Let me tell you about who I am, and that way you'll know kind of what's going to be going on this channel. I've been doing model kits pretty much since I was a kid. Back in those days, didn't have the patience for painting. I'd get a model kit and it'd be green, and that was good enough, so I would just build it, paint some of the inside details, and then just to put some decals on it, and it was good to go. And usually it broke apart within a few months. The purpose and function of this channel is not like some of the other channels to show you how great I am at doing a model kit. It's I mean, there are other guys out there who, you know, they like Ebroin who does amazing things. He'll pull putty out. I mean, he basically throws away half the model kit and fabricates his own stuff. And then you've got, you know, some of the other guys, they just do amazing things that, you know, most people, when they watch it, they can't touch. You're watching it because you're watching it, and then you build some model kit and you're thinking, why doesn't mine look like his? So basically what I'm doing is I'm finding out what works and what does not, and I'm sharing all those tips with you, so that way when you build a model kit, it looks great. And you know, I've gotten pretty good through the model railroading and learning how to build things, how to scratch build, how to kit mingle, kit bash, and create things, you know, like I did here with the U-Boat deck gun, and I'll explain that in a minute. But that's the whole purpose for this, the model kit, the airplanes, the tanks, the, you know, model cars, battleships, etc. That's why I'm showing this, and also pass on some diorama making hints, because one of my dioramas actually ended up on the Woodland Scenics website. So that way you can get a glimpse of some of the stuff I can do. I basically just had a terrible little flip cell phone that I took a picture with. So moving right along, let's get into what I did with the Revell U-Boat, and let's talk about some of the things I was forced to do because of missing pieces. This is the Revell U-Boat. This is a project I'm working on right now. Some of the things that you'll notice from this one is that there's been a couple of problems with this. A couple of problems with it. Some of the pieces fell off, a few broke, and I had to re-glue them. Like this one here broke, so I had to glue this leg to this part. That's one of the hazards you have. Another problem is that you'll notice that the steering plane on the back, on this one, you notice the steering plane here is there. This one somehow got lost when I was building the model kit. It was in the box when I was assembling it, and then suddenly it was not. This one, again, broke. I glued this leg on here. Now the biggest one, do you spot it? Look at the model kit very carefully. What is there that is wrong? Do you see it? It's one of the major things. You're looking right at it. This gun, it's not the one that was in the model kit. This one fell out. So what I did was I cut off a piece of the sprue right here. I took one of the antennas, the radio antennas, which is here. This is a piece of the sprue. I just drilled a hole in. This is the bracket that goes on it. I put that on here, and I just glued all this together and painted it, and it fits in fairly well. These should be painted, from what I'm seeing in some model kits, this should be painted wood color. I'm gonna have to check actual photographs to see whether that's true or not. So you'll notice from the body paint that I put on here, one of the mistakes I made was I did not have this burnished down enough. I think I was in too much of a hurry, and so when I spray painted on the black, I basically just stuck that on there, put the tape on, didn't burnish it down, so some of the line came out patchy. So this one basically is relegated to being my experimental model, where I'm trying to work with it and see how good I can get it so you don't see it. So I noticed from the actual photographs of the U-Boat that the wood deck is actually painted wood, not gray. It looks fantastic gray, but it wasn't. It was actually this wood color. So what I did was I took a standard paint and painted this wood color, and then I'm trying to switch everything over to Vallejo paints. I'm trying to switch everything over also to Tamiya paints for various safety reasons. These things put off quite a smell, and when you're smelling it, that's dangerous. So there's health problems involved. You'll notice I've started some elementary weathering here. These are the inlets where the water would go in to make this, so those are the intake ports for the dive tanks. This particular model is of a really bad U-boat. The guy had no luck whatsoever. Got out of port, got pounced on by a ship, by an airplane coming out of Norway. The Norwegian plane damaged the U-boat so much that after 6 days he basically had to pull into port, and the ship was deemed too damaged, and they basically ended up scrapping it. So some of the plans I've got is that all of these metal ports here all have to be weathered and rusted. So this is my practice model for weathering. I'll just have to get this kit all over again and rebuild it and be more careful. This is bugging me. This missing steering plane. This is for your... These steering planes are important because that's going up and down. If your U-boat is missing one of those, you are not going up or down, because the water flows across this, and if this tips up, the water flows this way. The ship then goes down. Okay, that's the U-boat model. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy this, make sure you click like and subscribe, rate it, leave comments. That helps other people to find the channel and helps to, you know, get the word out there about the channel. It helps YouTube algorithms to find it, and hopefully get other people involved, and that'll help keep me motivated to making more of these videos. So like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time.